gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cougars offense comes onto the field first today. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The sure hands, it's Bachmeier. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hillstead. Grabbed over the middle, it's Roberts. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Grab near the marker is Hagan. Turning it on! And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down?
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they are having none of it.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Back to pass, it's Hillstead. Good, solid tackle.
Well, and on 3rd and goal that time, the best news was he didn't take a sack. He was trying to scramble around and find somebody in the end zone. Nobody was there. He gets it back and gets what he can get. And so now you're still down close, and it's decision time for the head coach. Do you go for it, or do you settle for 3?
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Buffaloes. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And now on second down for this offense. Trying play action. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. It's Hillstead. Looking left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Buffaloes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Finds a man on the right. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Grab behind the line. It's Miller.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Caught Near the sticks, it's Miller. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Colorado 7, BYU 3.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Pocket breaking down. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Hillstead. Here comes the heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Lost to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Roberts. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Salter. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your...
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get...
Next going for the goal line. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Trying to barge their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Quarterback on the keeper. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Back to throw, it's Hillstead. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Grab near the marker. It's Bachmeier. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Bachmeier. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Welch. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
To the air, it's Salter. Slips a tackle. He'll heave it deep. He's got it down the left. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Bucks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it, and he can go with it. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6.
BYU 10.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Out of the gun to give to the back. Running to Green. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The play action fake. Finds a tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short game.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Wants to throw. It's Salter. Snags it over the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Wants to fire on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And the Buffaloes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off the play fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. To the air, it's Hillstead. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to... He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
Punt is in the air. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the 1st down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Under fire. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. Guys, Colorado has the lead here and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Ryan. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And in This offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Looking for a man. It's Hillstead. Grab near the sticks. It's Ryan. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hagan. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he could hit that turbo button.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bring in the heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental missteps.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hillstead. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Caught close to the marker. It's Hagan. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It leads to second down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. BYU with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Hillstead. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Looking for the goal line. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown. Still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that on the catch.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee.